Hi, Gretchen Massey here with Jerry, who made it to Final 3 Big Brother Season 10, and we're going to catch up with him after he just cast his vote to crown the winner. So, Jerry, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. I got to ask you one question. How difficult was it for you to make your decision tonight, which way to vote?
It wasn't difficult at all because if I look at them as players, I think they both played a good game. I think Dan put himself on the line more. But Dan also did something that I wanted to reward him for, and I called it kindness. And what that was is that for 50 nights, as I was in my room ready to go to sleep, Dan always walked in there and said to me, "Good night, Jerry." And that really helped me get through this. And no one really knows that, but I do. And I felt very warm with it.
Every night, Dan came in there.
50 nights I was in that room, he came down and said, "Good night, Jerry."
Wow, so even when you guys were in the midst of fighting or no matter what was going on, Dan's kindness shone through.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, I did.
Oh, thank you for elaborating on that.
Yeah.
Now, were you surprised to see that Keisha won the $25,000 and that you were right there in the vote?
No, because Houston had a hurricane. The phones are down or the power's out, and my daughter told me that they couldn't get the phones working, and that so a lot of the call, but a lot of people were phoning in on cell phone. So I could have won that. So I'm okay with it, though.
So perhaps a little Mother Nature got involved with the vote.
Well, but Keisha got it fair and square, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, it's good enough for you?
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry.
I was close. She said about that close.
You were so close. Now, did you think that earthquake was real? That you experienced in the Big Brother house? I just have to know.
No, I didn't. I was the only one in bed. I was laying on my bed when it hit. And it moved like about 3 inches, and I thought they got this thing somehow on rollers or something, and they played some game. But how could they? The swimming pool out here, unless this is built up 8 feet, and I don't think so. But I had my doubts.
Yeah. Yeah, this game plants a lot of... It makes you paranoid, doesn't it?
A little bit of... It makes you almost stupid.
How many rungs are there on this fence in the backyard?
352 rungs.
On one side or around the whole thing?
The whole thing. The whole fence, both sides, 352 posts.
How many awnings are out here?
There are 40 awnings.
40 awnings?
Yeah.
Do you know how many mirrors are in the house?
There's, let's see, 40. In the house there's 40, and there's about 40 out here. So it's a total of 80 mirrors.
God, I wish this was a competition and you could win something because you're doing very, very well.
There's 250 fluorescent bulbs in there, too, and 128 spotlights.
How much of your day did you spend counting things?
I didn't spend a lot of time doing it, just something to do, so.
Jerry, let me ask you this question. Do you think it is possible to play the Big Brother game and make it to the final 2 without lying?
No, I think you have to lie somewhere along the line in order to make it anywhere in this game. What I found it difficult to do was to find people willing to make an alliance and go to the end. I think that's why Memphis and Dan won. They did make an alliance at the 4th HOH. They stuck to it, and that took them to the end. Me, I'm chasing them both. I had both of them on the block twice, almost had them out the door, and couldn't quite finish it. So playing alone versus those 2 young studs, man, tough.
You really held your own in there up to the final 3. I hope you feel very proud, Jerry.
I do. I thought I sweat pretty good.
And who did you want sitting next to you if you were the one making that final call?
You mean in the thing? I would have taken either one of them because I was already told by the jury house that I'd have won it hands down. So that's how close I was.
So that's obvious, I guess, why they needed to get you out of there, huh?
Evidently, yeah, why they kept themselves. So.
Now, is there anything at all during your season that you regret doing or saying?
I've kicked this Judas thing around so much that I'm just willing to say that I hope it goes away, but probably not going to. So I made it very clear. He brought it into the house, religion. I took it out of the house. And that's all I want to say about it. I didn't want it in the game. It's not my religion, and I didn't want to be confronted him reading the Bible to me all the time and doing what he was doing with it. So I stopped it. The cross went and the Bible went, and I felt good that at least I didn't have to be put in that position all the time.
Okay, Jerry, what's the first thing you're going to do once you really get out of here? Because I know you guys haven't been freed just yet.
I'm going to hug my wife first. And then when I get home, I'm going to try and see the grandkids. I'm going to try and see my great-grandkids. I'm going to go to Pennsylvania and see my son and grandkids, and I just want to see my family. I mean, that's right now the main thing.
Yeah. Okay, Jerry, well, since you made it to Final 3, I'd like to, and you are also, again, the oldest contestant on a reality show so far. I think you've opened up the gates for some new television entertainment. So,
oh, my goodness.
2 questions. One is, would you ever do another reality show?
Yes, I would.
You would?
Yes, I would.
Okay. And then my last question is, what advice would you give to the next cast, season 11, based on what you now know, having been on the inside?
Don't get voted in to be the first HOH. Earn it, number 1. And 2, don't push too fast. Anywhere, anyway, keep your head on, but become a player. Don't think it's a passive game, because you won't last that long. And the other thing is, don't self-destruct early. That's why half the people were out of here by week 6.
Their own self-destruction.
Right.
Okay, good advice from the man who made it to Final 3. I'm Gretchen Massey here with Jerry for CBS.com.